Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Can you hear those birds? Yes, we are in nature, baby. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. I got a question that came in asking, how can I be more assertive? And then I'm walking around yesterday and I see a woman reading a book called, it's about low self-esteem. So this video is about how to overcome a low self-esteem. Like, I used to have a low self-esteem where I used to walk into a room and feel I shouldn't even be in that room. And then like, why am I here even, right? So a lot of us, we might find ourselves in this position right now. And it doesn't matter how much money you make or any of that. It can happen to anybody at any time. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So I'm going to share with you what helped me along my journey, give you 10 simple steps to go through. Now, you see, a lot of us, you got to break down the words. When we talk of esteem, it emanates from the Latin estimare, which means to estimate. So if you have a low self-esteem, you have a low estimate of yourself. If you've got a high self-esteem, you've got a high estimate of yourself. You've got a high worth value of yourself. And I meet so many people with a low self-esteem who really don't even value themselves. They don't value themselves at all. And that was me for a long time. Okay, I thought, okay, I'm only good for this. I'm only good for that. And it all started, I think, back at school. Thank goodness I'm out of there. Okay, let's start with the first simple step. Now, this is what's helped me along my journey. And it starts with this. You see, many times when we talk of a low self-esteem, we don't realize we have a distorted view of ourselves. So if I was to give you a mirror, do you see yourself like how I see you? No, you don't. You see yourself, you've already created an image. You've already created an image of yourself in your head. So if I tell you, oh, honey, you look so beautiful, you're like, no, I don't. I look terrible. That's because of your own image you've created. You see, how we see ourselves is all about how we view ourselves in our internal mirror. Therefore, you got to start learning how to change this distorted view of yourself. And how I did it was to say, okay, I get it. I can't trust my thoughts about myself because I'm always changing. And the moment you stop judging yourself, in essence, stop comparing yourself to other people, because that's how we get a distorted view in the first place. Okay, there was a time when I was really into basketball and I was comparing myself to Michael Jordan. Of course, I'm going to have a distorted view of myself, right? Now, a lot of us, you might be a fashion model and you're comparing yourself to these super top models, okay, who have millions of followers, and you're like, I'm not them. Of course you're not them. You are you. But if you keep comparing yourself to other people, the estimation of yourself is dropped, because once again, you will never live up to their standard. Okay? So what helped me was getting a clearer view of myself, which meant I had to start creating a league of my own. So when I make these videos, nobody else can make videos like how I make them. You can try, but it won't work out for you. Okay? And I can't make videos or do things like how you do it. I can't do it. But in getting a clearer view of yourself, you have to start showing yourself more appreciation. You got to stop judging yourself all the time. And more so, you got to learn how to accept yourself 100%. Now, if we talk about the second secret to overcome low self-esteem, you got to stop living up to other people's standards and rules. Stop living by other people's standards and rules. Look, it's hard when There are trends. You're like, I have to do this because it's popular. But you see, I learned a long time ago that when I was first starting to share, nobody was doing this, right? A lot of people sharing right now, they write to me saying I inspired them, because back in the day, nobody was sharing material like this. So it's a case of realizing that you've sometimes got to create your own signature. Stop stealing somebody else's, because that's how our esteem drops. Right? We are just copies. We are now turning into clones when we can actually become an original. Slow motion this side. And it's hard because every single day there are rules, there are standards, and a lot of us feel pressured to live by them. So it's about like, how much money do you make? Where do you work? You see, now, if you are in an environment where a lot of people are always comparing themselves to other people, if you don't feel you meet that standard, your self-esteem is going to go like that. So you have to start defining your own standard. You have to start defining who you are, giving yourself value. Never allow somebody else to give you value. Because you see, you have a low self-esteem because you believe them. You believe these people. Okay? You have adopted their life, not living your own life. So who's living your life if you are attempting to live somebody else's? Nobody. It's a vacant house, meaning you have neglected you. So you have a low self-esteem because you have to live with you. So I always say to people, come back home. Cat down the road says, come back home. When you come back home, you now get a higher self-esteem. Now let's talk about the third secret to overcome a low self-esteem. This is what's helped me along my journey. 7-day vegan challenge. Invest in food. Invest in great food. Invest in healthy food. Most people don't want to break the bank. You don't have to. But when it comes to health, there is a link to mood. Food is linked to mood. You can check out the Finland study. If you are eating high amounts of processed junk food, you are going to feel terrible. That's been scientifically proven. If you are eating a more plant-based diet, just did a video on that, more alkaline diet, more leafy greens, you are going to feel better. So check this out. This is what helped me along my journey. When I had a low self-esteem, I would buy the cheapest food there was because I thought I was only worth that. Okay, so the expensive food down there, I can't buy it because I don't feel worthy enough to have it. Like the nice smoothies, no, I can't have that. So it's a vicious cycle. So what happened? I started to realize this. I found a little hack that even if I have a low self-esteem, that was over like 10 years ago, I'm gonna buy like a delicious smoothie right now. Yeah, it's got vanilla, maca powder, and goji berries. And we're gonna down that in almond milk as well. And all of a sudden, I'm starting to feel better about myself. And now I have a higher self-esteem based on what I am eating. So it's because I was generous enough to spend on myself, right? A lot of people say, oh, that food is too expensive. Next thing you know, they got a Louis V bag and a new pair of Jordans. So what are your priorities? Make healthy food your top priority if you have a low self-esteem, because just eating an alkaline diet, drinking pH 10 water, staying hydrated, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself, but more so, you're going to actually see it manifest all the results. I'm seeing it every single day, baby. Can I get a hello? The fourth secret to overcome a low self-esteem is this. Now, many times we don't know our true worth. We sell ourselves short because we have adopted the humble program which is so prevalent in our society. And I always tell people, I study the mind. I've been studying the mind for over a decade in detail, read over 1,000 books just on psychology alone. So when you realize this simple secret, if you say, this is my price, this is all I'm worth, you've already defined yourself. You've already created a limit for yourself. And many people with a low self-esteem, they have this humble program which says, I can only work in a job that pays me $15 an hour. That's all I'm good for. Or $30 an hour. That's all I'm good for. Or $40. They stop there. Not realizing some people are getting paid $1,000 every single hour. Okay, just training people up in the hills. Certain people are creating so much abundance because they know their true worth. I'm one of them. Every single day I wake up with a bunch of grapes in my mouth and it feels fantastic. But it wasn't always like that. There was a time when I was just going for like, oh, that job because it pays less. Yes, I'll definitely get it because that's all I'm good for. Huh? What crept into my mind to just go for the lowest paying jobs? Because I thought I wasn't good enough to really start doing what I loved. I was even working in a job that was paying well, but I still had the humble program because I thought I could never actually live my true dreams. Like every single day now when I wake up, I can do whatever I want. If I want to go to Hawaii, I can go like that. If I want to go to Brazil, I can go like that. If I want to go to Ethiopia, I can go like that. Just click and I'm there because I've created a life of infinite abundance and it's only going to grow more and more because I have what I call humble confidence. Humble confidence is when you are humble, at the same time you realize the importance of being confident and being humble at the same time. Now, the fifth secret to overcome low self-esteem, this is what's helped me along my journey, is let's talk about the job, okay? Now, I get it, right? I've been in so many different jobs and a lot of our low self-esteem emanates from our job, even our childhood. But if we talk about specifically the job, okay, when we first start a job, let's say you're 16 years old, what happens? Okay, you're working for a company and you are at the bottom of the ladder and they're asking you to go and make some bread for them, some bread, or get some, go and get some coffee for them and go and get this for them, go and get that for them. So you are feeling worthless because you've got to work your way up. There is hierarchy at many jobs, okay? You've got the supervisor, then you've got the manager, then you've got the boss, then you've got the one who doesn't even come to work, the executive, okay? Ever seen him or her, right? They only come in like once a year just to check out the building, right? So I realized this, I said, okay, I get it. Why I have a low self-esteem because I'm at the bottom of the ladder in my job. Okay, I have to answer to people. I got to be a yes person, right? And it's getting pretty annoying because I can't really be myself at this job right now. I can't really express myself at this job, which means anyway, just over broke. So I realized that I've got to start working for myself, working in service for humanity and helping millions of people become their greatest version, which is what we are doing. And it's growing at such a phenomenal rate. We ain't even had breakfast yet, and it's only going to grow more. I chose to realize this simple secret that I'm going to take a risk to improve my self-esteem, make it higher by following my dream wholeheartedly. And it paid off because now I don't have to answer it. I don't have to answer to anybody. I don't have to put my hand up to go to the toilet. We're good, right? I can do a little spin around and then come right back. We're having fun out here. And that's the secret to developing a high self-esteem. You've got to work in an environment that makes you feel comfortable, that makes you happy, that makes you express yourself 100%. There is a dog barking over there a little bit, and it is happy doing what it's doing. It's got a high self-esteem, baby. What's number 6? Stop hanging around people who just tolerate you, who don't even respect you. I meet people every single day who say they are hanging around people who don't even respect them, but they don't want to be alone. I had to let go of a lot of friends because we were just on different journeys. They weren't bad people. It's just that we didn't get along so well because I was focused on becoming my greatest version. They were still focusing on just going to the club every night. So I realized that when I was around them, because I just wanted to make them happy, I just wanted to people please, I had a low self-esteem. Then I realized actually enough of this. I'm going to actually start working in my best interests. And that meant I'm only going to surround myself with people who are about becoming their greatest version. And that's what we're on right now, right? I respect people who dive deep. They respect me. That's why there's a mutual appreciation, a mutual love. And it works out great. Now, the 7th secret to overcome a low self-esteem is this. The guilt we experience every day will torture us. I'm in the psychology lecture over a decade ago, and my lecturer told me that guilt is a useless emotion. This was a master of psychology. I said, why? He said, because it only makes you feel bad. It was only years later I actually understood what he was talking about. You see, many people with a low self-esteem, they are very guilty about something that took place in the past. They are guilty about being themselves. So the guilt escalates to a further problem. Now, what helped me along my journey was to say this. Today's a new day. Every single day is another opportunity to make life even more awesome. Whatever took place, but today's a new day. And that's how my esteem started to rise and rise. So when I first started making videos, I was a bit scared. Don't look back. Now I'm just like full of life all the time because I realize like it's not that serious. Like enjoy yourself. Okay? And that's how you start to raise your esteem. Okay? Now let's talk about number 8. This is what's helped me along my journey. This is what I call total body awareness. You see, our low self-esteem is not in our mind. Our low self-esteem is not in our mind. No. Where is it, Ralph? It's in, say it, Ralph. It's in, yeah, you got it, in your body. In your body language. It's in how you carry yourself. You see, and total body awareness is a technique I created. It's where you become very aware of every single cell within your body. Some people call it meditation. But total body awareness is becoming conscious of your body at all times. People do a lot of yoga. They are now entering total body awareness because you are aware of when you stretch, when you relax, when you're tense. So this whole body awareness allows you to know when you are having a low self-esteem based on your posture. Low poses, right? Low power pose, high power pose, more confidence. I'll do a whole video on body language soon, really give you some insight, secrets nobody's talking about. Okay, so you want to be developing more high power poses that give you confidence. When you walk with confidence, you feel confident and you have a higher self-esteem, reduces the cortisol levels and you feel fantastic. Total body awareness. Meditation is in essence when you stop judging how you feel and you accept the flow which comes through you. Slow motion this side. Number 9, The ninth secret to stop a low self-esteem problem is to trust yourself. Many times we don't give ourselves enough praise. We are always focusing on mistakes, on what went wrong. We don't give ourselves enough credit. And that's, once again, when you are activating the humble program, because you don't even realize how far you've come. You just focus on why you aren't at a certain place. You got to trust everything. Like, every day I take one step at a time, and I realize that this channel is just going to go so huge. It's already huge, but watch, it's going to get even huger because I'm just having fun. I'm trusting myself, knowing the right people will find the information. And I don't even have to make videos. I'm already abundant enough, but I just share out of the love. So when you trust yourself to say, actually, there is something good about me. It's not all bad. I hope it's not all bad. Then you start to have a higher self-esteem. Start to have a higher self-esteem because you are giving yourself more credit, meaning you are paying more attention to what is working as opposed to what isn't. Slow motion this side. Number 10, surround yourself with the most supportive people. People say, Ralph, you share so much. I say, yeah, because do you know who I connect with? Like the amazing deep divers out there? Like, people on this channel are so awesome that it's like I know them. I know so many people, I talk to them like friends. There is no hierarchy here. I'm learning from deep divers. And that's why people know when they're diving deep, they feel fantastic, because it's just total respect. But if you aren't surrounding yourself with supportive people where you can relax, you can have fun, who are just judging you all the time, then you get a low self-esteem. You want to surround yourself with people who are happy for your success. Let me repeat that. You want to surround yourself with people who are happy for your success. And that's the secret. Feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Have a beautiful day. We're just out here. It's such a beautiful day out here. Be grateful. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. Getting high. Have a beautiful day. Infinite waters. Diving deep. Once again, stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You.